Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCF Knights, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Buffaloes offense is on the field for the first time today. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. You got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. If you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He's loose. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So UCF's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
Give to the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How nice is it as a defense? You can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the coordinator.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Brown wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Wisely avoids the tackle with the slide. The Knights will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll leave it with him. Finding open areas. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball.
Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll keep it himself. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signal goes into the air, and he makes the fair catch at the 10. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Throws for the tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Brown will throw it. Makes his connection. Good, solid tackle.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
This guy has been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the third game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quick strike complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. The Buffaloes look to keep this drive humming. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped him.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Buffaloes! On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The Knights want to crank the tempo. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. One team makes its way onto the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's going to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll go to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he intercepts it. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. This guy can throw it. What a snag by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Brown wants to pass. Going up top. Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires left. And it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it's caught inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. He makes the connection. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the tailback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere, and I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Looking to go up top on first down. Feeling some heat. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack play.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Breaks the tackle. And he'll be smacked to the ground. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Knights line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you want.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, going to the air. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
He'll do it himself. Shakes off a tackler. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
As a quarterback, you got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Brown will throw it. Got his man on the outside. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. They got it to him out in the flat, but a sure tackle and the big stop here for this defense.
And those aren't easy tackles. You know, you're stretched way out wide. You're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense, seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
Just drives it between the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed Big House, but it's been close so far. They're up by 4 over UCLA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Quick completion on the out route. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Knights will hustle to the line. The give out of the gun. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to the ground with the running back. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. First down to start the drive after the break. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Knights are in the red zone. Defense in press coverage. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Smith takes the handoff. Running with power. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCF.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch. Bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You've got to get it back.
On second down, he'll let it fly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback checking the play. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on third down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, first down. Brown will throw it. Unloads it left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll go to the counter. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The Knights are in the hurry up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, when you get points, that's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And now on second down for this offense. He's got it on the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. And he's running in the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up here.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
It's 2nd down.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Brown wants to pass. Got his man on the right. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the offense gets an automatic 1st down after the roughing the passer penalty. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to fire on second down. Quick completion on the out.